this after she died?
I didn't think it would matter. They said she killed herself.
What about Red? You ever make good on his threat?
Must have. If she didn't kill herself, right?
Thanks for your time. The town bully loses his pride and his girl on the same night. Blames Sam for his woes.
You don't have to be chicken to not get revenge.
If you could funnel cloud, now whether it's reaching the ground or not, but it's a funnel cloud and it doesn't have to do too much, and if it does reach the ground, then it's a tornado, and that could be causing a lot of problems here. In any event, I'm sure there's a tremendous amount of wind damage occurring within this area as well. So right now, that appears to be one of the most intense thunderstorms that's going on, going into the northwestern sections of Butler County, the extreme southwestern half of Preble County. Now that's just one, and again, as we've been showing you, there are a number of tornadic supercells that are going on right now across southern Indiana and across the southern sections of Ohio. We've got thunderstorms now running from just west of the Richmond area. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Richmond, Wayne County. This has hail associated with it, along with damaging winds going east from there, and that is in effect until 9:30 east from there. More thunderstorms in Montgomery County. Right now, these are so far not severe, but putting down a lot of thunder, lightning, and heavy rain. And then, of course, we've got that other thunderstorm activity, which has been producing a number of funnel clouds. This actually was the one that started out about almost an hour ago with a rotating wall cloud around the Springboro area, and then has progressed eastward down toward Wilmington, the northern half of Clinton County, and continues to produce the potential for funnel clouds. So far, we've had no reports of tornadoes on the ground, but that's not to say that can't occur, because it doesn't take much. And the way the atmosphere is, and the way we've been sitting here with these thunderstorms firing, the way they've been firing, it doesn't take much. So if you're in the area from Richmond to Dayton to Wilmington, and from there south, you definitely just need to take shelter. If you're in, if you have a basement, just go to the basement, ride this out. It's going to be around for another hour or so, but just to be on the safe side. Northern half of the Miami Valley, going up there, so far, there hasn't been any activity. So right now, Greenville, Salina, Sidney, Bellefontaine, Urbana, Troy, Springfield, not much going on. A couple of showers here and there, but it's mainly from about the Indy area or a little south of Indy, right over toward Richmond, Dayton, and areas to the south of there. And again, all of this continues to filter eastward. So you can see we're in for quite a night across the area from I-70 southward, at least for the next couple of hours here across southern Indiana and southern Ohio. Let's go back to that storm, which we were indicating there in Preble County and also down into Butler County. And again, that is showing the potential of a rotation and the potential of a funnel cloud, which is located right in this area here. So again, it's coming into Butler County, not far from the Oxford area, and racing rapidly east. So if you're in Oxford, you're in the any part of Butler County, or really any part of the southern part of Preble County, from Camden southward, you want to seek shelter immediately. Tornado warnings in effect for both those counties, southern part of Butler and for the northern part of Butler, southern part of Preble, until 9:30 this evening. Again, this is the storm here. It is coming rapidly off to the east and to the southeast. So this is the system that we're watching pretty closely at the present time. Again, more thunderstorms as we've been showing you down toward Wilmington. And again, this one also a very intense thunderstorm with the potential for hail and even some strong winds going through Wayne County, Indiana, and also the Richmond area there. Again, this is just a part of an active night that we've got. These thunderstorms will be around for another couple of hours, but we've got more thunderstorms firing up even further back to the west. All of that activity will continue to head eastbound as we go through the evening hours. We've got more thunderstorms with more severe weather right back here north of St. Louis over toward the Champaign area, and that area is also heading eastward. So we're going to have to keep a very close watch on that as well. That's going to not reach us until well after midnight, but it does look like a very active night across the Miami Valley with these thunderstorms going on across the area. Jamie, more information?
And you can see on Live Doppler 2X is pretty much lit up with the severe weather that's coming through, the tornado warnings in effect. A lot of thunderstorms showing signatures of hook echoes, and the potential of rotation has been reported with a lot of these storms. We do have some photos that have been coming into the forecast center. This was sent in from Nicholas Wolf out of Springboro. He did report some rotation with this storm as it went through, as well as a lowering of the cloud base. You can see some low clouds here coming in. That is a suspicious-looking cloud there for sure. And we've had other reports of rotation as the storm passed through Warren and Clinton counties. And we'll take a look now at the watches and warnings. This is the bigger picture here. The yellow is where we have a tornado watch in effect. The red counties here are tornado warnings. Clinton County until 9:30. We also have one for Preble County until 9:30, as well as for Butler County until 9:30. Back off to the west, there's more severe weather. These are severe thunderstorm warnings. So this is the setup that we have across the area right now. And this is the strongest thunderstorm we've got in the area. Lots of lightning coming down with this. A signature that we typically find tornadoes around. This is our hook echo, and tornado would be located right in this spot coming into the Oxford area. So if you are in Oxford, this is the time. This is a very dangerous storm as it comes in. We've had signs on the radar. We're seeing winds shifting in the atmosphere, a very good sign of rotation as this particular cell works into your location. Let's zoom down here and put some streets on. Well, first we'll do this track here. That's a great idea. Morning sun, a little after 9 o'clock. Oxford, 9:08. Jericho, 9:13. In the Dartown area, around 9:15. So if you are in any of these locations, definitely want to put your plan into effect, be in your safe place. Queen Acres, 9:20. Over in 7 Mile, 9:24. And Hamilton by 9:25. But right now, under the gun is the city of Oxford. Look at all that tremendous lightning. We've already had reports of someone that has been hit by lightning. We can zoom down in here. Let's get really far down on the street level and put down some of those streets near the most dangerous part of the storm. It looks like there was an airport right over there, and now we've got Brooksville Road. So if you're in this location along Brooksville Road, up towards Contreras Road, as well as Highway 27 there. This location right in here is where we have the strongest signs of rotation. And down to the south here, Oxford, Riley Road there, and over to the east, to the northeast of Oxford, around U.S. Highway 27. A tremendous amount of rain is also coming down with these storms. We've had reports of rainfall rates in excess of 2 inches an hour. And some of our weather checkers in the Centerville area, Tyler was reporting some torrential rain as that storm came through. So there's a lot of moisture to work with. It's in the atmosphere. You'll notice it's very humid outside. Our dew points are well up into the mid-60s. And again, right along the airport, right where the airport is, just to the west of Oxford, coming into Oxford. This is moving to the southeast, so it looks like it's going to be affecting especially the western portion of the Oxford area. But again, anywhere in the path of this thunderstorm, even if you're up here where the purple shading, if you're well north of Oxford, you're still going to see some very heavy rain, possibly some damaging winds, as well as the potential for some hail. Anytime we get purple, especially white or black shadings, that's when we watch for hail. But right in here, this is the sign of rotation where we see the hook echo. And we also have severe thunderstorms located in southern Montgomery County, right to the west of the Germantown area, coming in across the 70 and 670, or 75 and 675 split here. We've got some severe thunderstorm activity there. Also just to the west of Xenia, some severe thunderstorms. And back down into Clinton County there, we've got our tornado warning in effect for that location. We're going to go back over to meteorologist Eric Zarnes for another update. Eric?
Yeah, Jamie, we have some new information into the storm center here. Another rotating wall cloud or funnel cloud was spotted near Chillicothe with this cell over here in Clinton County. Again, we're still dealing with a tornado warning for the Wilmington area as this system continues to head off to the east at about 35 miles an hour. So let's do a bit of a storm track on that just to show those residents in that area what exactly is going on here. And of course, with this 36-mile-an-hour storm, that means the tornado on the ground is also moving at 36 miles an hour. So you have to prepare yourself if you live in Clinton County as the system continues to move off to the east-southeast here. Again, there's the track of the system. The tornado will be around the Reeseville area at 9:12. Sabina at 9:15, Lee's Creek at 9:15, and Memphis around 9:19 as well. But now let's head back over to the other storm system on the other side of the Miami Valley over here in southern Preble County. And now, just updated, it looks like a tornado warning has been issued for the Eaton area as well. That severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect has now been turned into a tornado warning for Preble, including the city of Eaton, as well as over towards the Richmond area and just to the north of Liberty. All of these cells today, any thunderstorm that's popping up, there's enough rotation in the atmosphere to get these storms some rotation, and of course that's what provides the energy for those tornadoes. Now at 9:02, the public reported a funnel cloud near Cambridge City. The radar indicated that the tornado-producing storm was located near Pillameth, moving east at 33 miles an hour. Now, the areas that will be impacted include Richmond, Eaton, as well as Camden, West Alexandria, and Gratis. So let's zoom in on this storm just a little bit and show you the track and where we are seeing this rotation. Again, we'll switch this over. This is reflectivity mode. This shows you where the rain is the heaviest, and that gives us some pretty good indications as far as how things look as far as moisture-wise. But when you turn this over to velocity mode, we can take a look inside the system and see where that rotation actually is. And we're seeing that rotation basically off to the west now of the Richmond area. Flipping this back over, this location here in Indiana, that's where we're also seeing a bit of a hook on the radar. That's where we're really concerned about tornado formation. Again, with this system heading off to the east at 30 to 40 miles an hour, that means the problems they're seeing out in southwest or to the southwest of Richmond, we're going to see those same problems moving into our area. So if you live to the south of New Paris, if you live in the Eaton area, also West Alexandria and to the north of Camden, that's where you are under a tornado warning. We are watching for the system to move into your area and possibly produce that tornado, so you want to get ready for that. We're also dealing with that other tornado warning down just a little bit further to the south. So a very active night here. We have 3 tornado warnings right here in the Miami Valley, and generally you see this kind of formation. This is classic supercell formation. You typically see this around Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. Well, tonight we're seeing it here, and that's why we've broken into coverage and are treating this as basically a tornado outbreak, and that's a very high possibility that that will be the case. We're seeing shear. Shear is a measure of changes in wind within the thunderstorm, a width of 5 miles. So a small vortex of highly spinning or very quickly spinning air, that's what leads to tornadoes, and that's why we have these tornado warnings issued. Let's zoom in a little closer here around the Oxford area. That's the most likely location for this tornado. And of course, if you are along, let's say, U.S. Highway 73 here, or perhaps along State Highway 72, also a little bit further south, U.S. Highway 27, any of these spots. Lowest level of your home, whether that's the basement, whether that's the first floor, whatever it is, you have to get there immediately. Put as many walls in between you and that tornado as possible. That means any flying debris has to go through a few layers of your house before it can reach you. Our concern is keeping you safe, keeping you well prepared for this system. Of course, your home, well, there'll be some other issues with that as it goes on through here. First, again, we're still dealing with some problems across the southeast as well. Clinton County, 1 tornado warning. We have another tornado warning for southern Preble as well as northern Butler and Warren counties, and then we have that newest tornado warning issued for Preble County.
And we also, Eric, have to watch that supercell coming across the Richmond area heading into the Eaton area, western Preble. That's going to continue to track right on into Montgomery County. So if you're in Montgomery County, we do not have a tornado warning at this time, but indications are that that storm will move into Montgomery County. It's not showing any signs of weakening, so if you're in Montgomery County, you might want to go ahead and take some shelter right now just to be on the safe side and get ahead of the storm.
Okay, and again, let's take some of this stuff off the screen here. You see the red boxes, those are the tornado warnings. We're going to take those off temporarily here so we can get a better look at the actual system, and we're going to take off some of those markers and shear markers as well. What you're seeing here, this is your thunderstorm. This is Where we're really worried, you see these little notches. There's 2 of them with this cell over to the west of Richmond. That's where you tend to see tornado formation. So we have 2 notches on this cell. That's why we have tornado warnings in effect not only for Wayne County, but also for Preble County here in Ohio. Then you head a little further south. We're looking at the exact same thing here. Another bit of a pendant echo. You see that little spin here? That shows rotation. Basically, the winds are spinning this way, and when you have that kind of spin in a thunderstorm, that can create that vortex that gives you that chance for tornadoes. And of course, we have another one of those over into Clinton County as well. Putting those warnings back on, let's take a look at where they are. Again, Preble County, northern portions of Clinton and Warren counties, and then Butler County as well. So a lot going on. Montgomery County right now seeing some heavy rain, seeing some thunder, seeing some lightning, but no warnings issued just yet. We are worried, though, as these systems continue to move off to the east, that we'll see those tornado warnings extended into Montgomery County, including the Dayton area, and then eventually, if this holds its strength together, we could see it even moving towards Greene County and Xenia.
And also, Eric, we've had a number of reports coming out of Indiana and from about the Indy area southward to Bloomington. A number of these intense thunderstorms have been producing funnel clouds. So it's just an indication of how unstable the atmosphere is. And again, all of that continues to feed eastward into southeast Indiana and southwest Ohio. So that's why we have to continue to watch the situation very closely. Now over to Jay.
Again, we've got these severe thunderstorms to the south of the Dayton area, and southern Montgomery County, though, as well, has some severe thunderstorms moving through there. Back into Wayne and Preble County, northern Butler County. These are our warning areas. Also still in Clinton County, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. What is possible with these storms? We have the potential to see very strong winds as these storms come through, as well as hail, as well as the potential of tornadoes. And again, right where we see the hooking in all of these storms, a lot of them are taking on that hook signature. That's where we have the most dangerous part of the storm, and that's the area that we are watching the most closely, where we have seen the signs of rotation. Now, there have been many reports of rotating storms in the area, funnel clouds, even rotating wall clouds, and that has come into the forecast center from some of our weather checkers. Also, some storm spotters have called in with this information. Again, around Richmond, to the south of Richmond, around Eaton and to the south of Eaton, as well as coming into the Middletown area, we've got these strong to severe thunderstorms, and with lots of hail or lots of lightning showing up on these, tremendous amounts of lightning. We did have one report of a lightning strike to a person that was earlier with one of those thunderstorms. So lightning is definitely a danger as these storms come through, as well as torrential downpours. We're seeing rainfall rates on our WeatherBug network showing up in excess of 2 inches an hour, and I have the reports in from some of our weather checkers reporting torrential downpours as well. So once you get into the heavier portion where you see the red and the purple, that is a torrential rain coming down. That's going to reduce visibilities. You don't want to be out in this by any means. You'll want to be in your safe place, away from the windows, away from the doors, and just stay into the lowest level, centermost room. Put as many walls between you and the storm as you can. Now, it's interesting to see all of these thunderstorms taking on that same signature hook echo. As Eric mentioned, that's something we typically see in the plains. And I actually spent some time in Kansas City, and we had a day like this where it was storm after storm after storm with that signature hook echo, and we did have reports of tornadoes by the time it was all over. So that is something that we're going to be watching for with these storms as they continue to show that hook echo sign. Let's zoom down into some of these, and we'll take a closer look just to the south and west of Eaton. That's where we have a very dangerous part of the storm here. Lots of lightning coming into the Eaton area. Eaton is in the path of the storm, as well as West Alexandria and the Camden area. So along State Highway 122, State Highway 732, and 127, this is a very dangerous port. So if you live in between these streets, area, you'll want to put your plan into action. You are under a tornado warning. So stay safe, stay away from your windows. The most common fatalities and injuries with storms like this are debris that comes flying, and that could come crashing through your window. So that's why we tell you to stay away from the windows. It can be tempting to go out and take a look at what's going on. There's a lot of action outside right now in Preble County and northern Butler County, but we say stay away from those windows and stay safe as the storm continues to move through your area. Very dangerous down to the south. This is probably the strongest looking storm that I've seen here on Live Doppler 2X. This is a northern Butler County there, just to the east of Oxford. Right in here, this is a very impressive signature showing up here on live Doppler 2X. And we can see that. You can see that hook echo in association with the storm. It's going to continue to spread to the east. It's moving about 30 to 35 miles per hour. So if you live to the east of Oxford here along State Highway 73, as well as right in here, this would be a very dangerous spot to be in US 27. So definitely stay in your safe place if you are in this location. Coming up on State Highway 177, this very dangerous storm is approaching your location. There is definitely signs of some inflow here, some rotation in the storm. Air is moving into the storm here, and it's coming back around the storm there. So a very good sign of rotation here. That is where we could see a tornado on the ground if indeed it's happening. All of this has been Doppler indicated. We have not had reports of a tornado touchdown, but we've had many reports of rotation in these storms. Up higher in the atmosphere, you can see those clouds beginning to rotate. We've reports of a lowering wall cloud as well. That is lowering clouds closer to the ground that are rotating, but no reports of anything in contact with the ground. That's the definition of a tornado. So nothing reported yet. Doppler indicated, but pretty likely as these storms continue to show that tornado signature. The severe weather extends back into Indiana. Tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings as well around the Shelbyville area. All of this is moving eastward. We're in the zone. We probably had a boundary here. Could be a warm front. We have some very warm and humid air to the south that'll be working up, and that's likely what has kicked off this area of severe weather across the region. Also, we have this warning still in effect for Clinton County here. That thunderstorm is moving away and exiting the county eventually, but still, if you live in the northeastern portion of Clinton County right in here, you want to stay in your safe place as well. It is not safe. We have not been cleared from this warning yet, so stay alert. Coming through southern Montgomery County, torrential rain down by the Dayton Mall at the 675 split, right around Germantown. Tremendous amounts of lightning coming in with this as well. You can see in West Carrollton, Miamisburg, Kettering, getting some very heavy rainfall and lots of lightning coming in with this storm as well. As the potential for some hail and strong winds. You could see winds anywhere from 60 to 70 miles an hour. That'll bring some tree limbs down likely. Could bring some power outages to the area, and hail is a possibility as well. We will continue to watch this storm. Nothing tornadic about it as of this point, but there's certain parts of the storm, certain little appendages we'll have to watch, as all of these thunderstorms seem to take on that hook echo shape as they've come through. But again, this storm right in here, this keeps catching my eye. This looks like the most dangerous storm coming into Butler County there. A very, very good hook on that, and still very... Back on. Here we're back with you now with live Doppler 2X. Very strong storm again, lots of lightning coming in with this, and again, you probably have experienced some power surges in your home as well, if not a lot of loss of power across the area as the strong winds and lots of lightning come through.